Hello, my name is Roger Martinez. This is for the class management course. The topic that I chose today was cyberbullying. And cyberbullying is, as many of you would know, is just a form of bullying that takes place on the internet. And with students being younger and younger, getting smartphones, even just having tablets, having access to not just the internet, but more specifically social media sites, and then even apps that allow for interaction amongst people, and not just like one-on-one conversation, but like groups of people. The ability or the ableness of cyberbullying has increased greatly. I chose this topic because being a 5th grade teacher, I unfortunately experienced cyberbullying happen amongst some students from another 5th grade class, but unfortunately one of my students was the main person that was involved in the cyberbullying. And so again, cyberbullying refers to any internet bullying, and cyberbullying is interesting because it can happen essentially outside of school and people hanging out, those limitations. Cyberbullying can technically take place 24/7 because anyone can access the internet 24/7. And something funny that I remember hearing a while back is there's this rapper, and I know he was trying to be funny, but he was talking about cyberbullying and how just close your eyes, exit out of the app, exit out of the page, just leave. But unfortunately, it's not always that easy, especially for younger students, because it might be a site or a social media site that they particularly enjoy, and so now they can't go back to that because their students bullying. And what's important as a teacher to do is to equip not only the students but the parents as well in what can be done to, I say prevent, but I use that loosely, to prevent cyberbullying from happening, but also to be able to make sure that the students are prepared better. And things that can be done, and what I actually myself and the principal and a few of the 5th grade teachers, what we did was we actually had a presentation, and we didn't really role play it per se, but we did kind of model and show the students what things can look like if a situation happens on the internet. Again, this did happen with one of my students, was one of the bullies. She has since been dealt with, but again, showing the students what the ramifications of that, showing the students what can come of that mentally for the student being targeted. And also too, showing the students that there are multiple things there are multiple ways that people can cyberbully, from obviously in our case making fun of a student's body image, also too involved in my personal case, but that I read about through the stopbullying.gov website, was making fun of students because of being poor. And I work in a lower socioeconomic school. It is a Title I school, and so there are students that get made fun of, even though the bullies themselves may not come from a very high socioeconomic status themselves. Again, as a teacher, it's important to be able to model for the students and to display to them what proper internet usage looks like, what being able to enjoy a site looks like. And if it were left up to me, I wouldn't have elementary age students, or even just some like 6th grade, 7th grade age students using social media. I feel like that's too young. But if they're gonna have it, they're gonna have it. So teaching them how to use those sites wise at a young age, and also too, something I mentioned earlier was equipping the parents, helping the parents understand the different apps and even where the cyberbullying takes place. Again, it's not always in a post. Oftentimes it is in a comment section. And so teaching parents, equipping them on how to navigate through the site and be able to use their resources and understanding of being able to look out for their child, places to look on that site. it's important to be able to help parents identify, and even as a teacher to understand how to identify where when a student might be getting bullied, because a lot of times they won't tell you. And something I do want to close this video with is just as we've been going through this class management course, something that I've noticed is relationship is a key component, is a big factor, I should say, in classroom management. And the way we as a 5th grade team, because I do teach 5th grade, we as a 5th grade team found out about the cyberbullying going on at our school was through our relationships we have with the students, is through just normal conversation. We noticed when the students was acting a bit different, and then also too, there were a few students that kind of came up to us and said, hey, Mr. Martinez, so-and-so's been acting weird, or hey, this has been going on. And so again, our relationships actually enabled us to be able to find out what was going on with the student. So again, equipping parents, equipping the students with understanding what to do, and having a solid relationship and foundation with students will allow for things like cyberbullying, which is scary because it can take place off campus, it can take place really anywhere. It can decrease the amount of cyberbullying that happens and its effects. So yeah, again, my name is Roger Martinez. Thank you so much for watching this video.